Hello to my Cancers. This is Queen Amora coming to you with your general reading, Cancers. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. Sending you all lots of love and lights. All right. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. I know I am. My team won, so y'all know I'm on cloud 99. So anyway, I'm looking at your reading here. Some things just aren't adding up. Something's not adding up, and that's a good thing. It's not adding up, because this is where your moon sign actually excuse me, not your moon sign, but your sign is actually the moon is in your sign right now. The moon is currently in Cancer. If you're watching this on Saturday, the moon is in Cancer. If you're watching it on Saturday the 11th of October, it's in it's moving from Gemini into Cancer, right? So it'll be moving from Gemini into Cancer. So get out and get some fresh air. Maybe go to the gym, go work out, start the process of purging and all of that other stuff, cleansing, flushing out your system and all of that. Get prepared to kind of sort of be in to create and all this other stuff. But you had a feeling about something, because something is overwhelming. Something is overwhelming for you, right? You didn't know what to believe at first, but something is not adding up. The numbers aren't numbering, right? And I feel you on that one. You all are the I feel sign. I feel you on that one, because I was looking through my report cards when I was younger, and I used to always get E's, like excellent, in math when I was little. I love math, by the way. I love numbers. I've always loved numbers, always loved math, right? I was looking through my little, you look through, I don't know if y'all still keep y'all report cards and stuff like that. But I had my report cards from when I was little, and I looking through my report cards, E's when it comes to math. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I just love math, right? So when stuff ain't adding up, I'm looking like the math ain't mathing. Right? So I'm looking at this right here, right? So looking at your cards, you had a feeling, because here you are at a crossroad in your life. The math ain't mathing, and you all are already a highly intuitive zodiac sign as it is, and you're about to put an end to something. You're about to put an end to something, because now you're very meticulous. You're about to put an end to something, because behind closed doors, some people are thriving, and some people really are kind of depressed behind closed doors. Like when you get a feeling about something, and as a Cancer, whether you're a Cancer sun or Cancer moon, right, you thriving behind closed doors. Boy, when you get a chance to stay indoors, whether it's raining outside, snow. When the average person, or when some people, I can't say the average, but when some people have to stay behind closed doors, it's driving them crazy. They are overwhelmed. They can't wait to get outside. They want to stick their head out the house like a house plant. For Cancer, Cancers find something to do, and I'm talking about even with Cancers in my birth chart. And for those of you who have been with me from the very beginning, y'all know what Cancer is in my birth chart. So, and I'm a homebody, right? Y'all know who's thriving behind closed doors and who's not, right? And so, star does not mean famous. Star means there's hope, that everybody finds their star. Everybody finds their that's 11th house, right? Let me make sure y'all can hear me hear this microphone. So it may sound like the microphone. I'm plugging the microphone in so y'all can really, really hear me. 4 minutes in, but my apologies for that. But 11th house is a house of friendship and community, right? And so people know when people are part of your community, whether it's because y'all the same sign, whether y'all the same, both of y'all are Cancers or Cancer's moons, you kind of know. Like y'all tuned into my channel, y'all know my moon sign is Cancer. Like if you know that, then okay, she probably a homebody. Right? Y'all know that by now, right? Whether your sun or moon is a Cancer, your moon is just as important as your sun sign. I put my entire birth chart up when I first uploaded on my second channel, the knowledge channel, so I wasn't trying to hide anything. So the 11th house, your star, Aquarius rules 11th house. 11th house is where we find our place within the wider group through friendships, social networks of all kinds. Your planets here suggest unique role that you play as a member of the team, right? And so friends and allies, teamwork, common goals, hopes and wishes. And you also know who is not thriving behind closed doors. You just kind of sort of know when you really learn birth charts, and you really kind of, so that's why I always encourage people to pull their birth charts. When that moon moves through Cancer, you're like, oh boy, my creative juices are flowing now, right? So the math ain't mathing with certain things, right? And you're starting to realize, okay, some people just be creating stuff just to create some stuff. They just making up stuff, right? So the way I was able to get my report card is after my father transitioned. I'm looking at this death card, right? And I was able to give him his flowers before he transitioned. My mother moved in with me for some time, right? My mother moved in with me for a short period of time. And so she gave me her, my report card, my little kid report card, like when I was little. I was like, oh, wow, okay. So they helped me to remember, oh, wow, why I love math so much, like why I love numbers, why I love math so much. I was like, okay, this connects, this makes sense, right? I love everything about numbers. I love numbers, I love math, I love numbers. It's still kind of a toss-up as to which one I still love most to this day, but anyway. With subject I love most in math, but just seeing that just kind of put a smile on my face. It might actually, you may bring my report card out when I do another reading, not necessarily Cancer, because then I'd have to turn off the camera, go get the report cards, all that other stuff. But anyway, that's a whole nother whatever. Anyway, looking at the cards here, you had a feeling about something, but you're about to put an end to something now. Something is about to come to an end. Something is about to come to an end because something is just overwhelming. Just in terms of just kind of sort of in terms of creativity and what to believe and what not to believe at this point. The Ten of Swords usually is a person who has 10 swords in their back, they're bleeding out, depressed, worried about who's talking about them behind their back. Cancers usually don't even know what's going on behind their back because, and I can speak to that because we're Cancers in my birth chart and how many places Cancer is in my birth chart, because I'd just be so thrilled being in the house thinking about creativity. What can I create next? And just, should I write a book? Should I, which y'all already know if y'all follow me on Instagram. If we don't follow each other on Instagram yet, let's follow each other on Instagram. Then y'all already know that I'm in the process of that and some other things. But a star is a star. When you're born a star, you're not trying to outshine anybody else. Star and fame are not the same. Okay. Oh, that was kind of a rhyme. That's like, it's really not the same, right? A star is, like I said before, something about your energy has always shined in dark spaces. No matter how much you try to tone it down, you shine no matter where you go. Something about your energy stands out, even when you're not trying to stand out. Something about your energy stands out. It's not about who looks the best, who's the smartest, who's the this and that, and so on and so forth. Like I mentioned, how I've always really liked math. When just how my brain is wired, it's like when something's not adding up, I'm thinking about it like something's not adding up here. Something don't make sense, right? Something's not adding up for you, right? When something is not adding up for you, when it speaks to behind closed doors, what's going on behind closed doors, don't let it go, because something is overwhelming at this point. You have a feeling that somebody is overwhelmed. Don't let it go. This is where you go into something unhealthy and wounded is going on behind closed doors. And so you need to purge first. You need to purge first. Something with someone's child and a parent, something is going on behind closed doors with someone's child and their parent. And something of rebirth is happening here. Some kind of rebirth is happening between someone's child and their parent behind closed doors. And it could be a small child or an adult child. It could be your mentee. It could be your niece, nephew. You could be the bonus parent. Something is happening behind closed doors that you keep getting this strong feeling and it's overwhelming that something is happening, because you're thriving behind closed doors, but the opposite of thrive is die, right? That somebody is overwhelmed, like somebody is going through some kind of a rebirth, some kind of a change where they are going through a transformation, that they're going through a very powerful transformation that you may not be aware of in the physical realm, and in the spiritual realm you would not approve of it. You know, in the physical and the spiritual realm you would not approve of it, because that's why something's not adding up. Somebody is overwhelmed, right? And something is being done in secret, and you had a feeling something was happening, but you weren't really sure what it was that's happening. But somebody's mother is getting their karma. Some kind of something is coming back to somebody's mother is getting their karma. There's a karmic couple that's getting, it's somebody's, you had a feeling a karmic couple, it's not a mother, you had a feeling because you're a nurturing spirit, but a karmic couple is getting their karma right now. A karmic couple is getting their karma right now. It's happening in real time. This karmic couple, because somebody is so overwhelmed behind closed doors because they wanted to make a fortune so bad, trying to mirror your compassion, trying to mirror your compassion, something wasn't adding up. They couldn't figure out, you know, with Cancer, I always say about you all, and whether you're Cancer Sun or Cancer Moon, you just wanting to be in a house. That's just how you all are wired. People assume that Cancers have stacks of money behind a wall, right? And you could literally just be the type of an energy. It's like, okay, hey, you could be making minimum wage, but because you like, you know, you've learned how to be frugal Fanny or frugal Fred, you're not spending a whole lot of money. So you just know how to budget your money really, really well, right? Maybe you know how to budget your money really, really well. And so somebody wanted to mirror your energy so bad that they did something to overwhelm somebody else. It's three energies, but they did something to overwhelm somebody. And now something is coming. Something is now happening. They've gone through some kind of a rebirth. Something very unhealthy and very wounded around something that was supposed to be sacred, something around sex and money. And now a powerful transformation has happened. So somebody is not who, somebody you wouldn't recognize the energy. You wouldn't even recognize the energy. So let's get into your reading. Let's get into the reading. But this couple is having this couple, their karma is coming back to bite them real bad. It's coming back to bite them really, really, really bad, because they wanted to make money so bad in such a, they wanted to make quick money, basically, because they felt like you and somebody else were making some quick money, but it's biting them. It's hitting them hard. It is hitting them hard, y'all. So we're going to be looking at emotional frequency shaping your journey here, Cancer, for this week coming up here. So take advantage of being indoors, but also get out the house. The moon is in Gemini, moving into Cancer. So get out, get some fresh air, go to the gym, you know, sweat it out, you know, because you're in your purging process. Make sure you're eating food with high water content so you can flush all of this stuff out of your system and all of that. Journal, that's part of Gemini because they rule by Mercury. Journal all these thoughts that's coming. If it's negative, get it all out. When I look at the death card, I'm taking it all the way down to the lowest frequency, but I'm helping you to bring it back up to a higher frequency, okay? Looking at your cards here, whenever I see the Ace of Cups here, that lets me know you embody all of the water signs in your birth chart. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Whenever I see the Ace of Cups, that embodies all three in your birth chart, right? So somebody is not afraid to go to the darkest of dark, where the veil is thin, to think the worst of worst could be happening, going on behind your back, right? Even if the people think you being negative, you got to have them people in your life that can help you see something. Like, I know you don't want to believe such and such is happening behind your back, but it could be, right? The friends that you think is being dark and negative, could be the ones that can be opening your eyes to something, to be waking you up to something, right? So when I tell people I'm channeling energy, I'm going down to the lowest of frequency to shine a light to help people realize you're not this dirty person that people think, okay, something may have happened to you that you can never get back up. You still breathing, there's still life in you. You can get back up and raise your frequency, because nobody can afford to judge another human being. Get back up, because people gonna believe what they want to believe about you, right? Somebody thought that they could make a fortune off of somebody, right? And basically carry somebody's weight on their shoulders in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? Somebody took a short ride with somebody saying, hey, we can make some money doing such and such and such and such. Maybe somebody was a sperm donor. Who knows what somebody was doing, making money, right? But something now is so overwhelming for somebody, because now somebody's starting to have some dreams. Somebody's starting to have nightmares, right, about some things, and just wondering, like, what the heck did I do? Right? So somebody is at a crossroad in their lives trying to figure out, what did I do? What did I do? Now they're going through some powerful transformation, right? Now that their star is starting to shine bright and bright and bright, because now people got some information on some people, right? People got some information, because something's just not adding up. It would be equivalent to a parent saying, you know, I want some grandkids one day, right? And somebody's just like, oh, I'm sure you do want some grandkids. But somebody could tell somebody, oh, you know, you can donate sperm. You know, you can make a lot of money donating sperm. You know, something like that. And I'm just tossing it out here, right? So we're bringing it up to a higher frequency now, right? So the current energy is this. Your card begins the reading. Divine synchronicity. Spirit says forward movement is possible through emotional mastery. You steer your destiny when your heart and mind move as one, right? And so here's the moon card. This is a challenge. Uncertainty and emotion rise like waves. And Spirit says not everything is meant to be understood now. Trust the intuition. Trust the intuition beneath the surface, right? Because I see you thriving behind closed doors. This is past influence. This is Ten of Swords. You've endured an emotional roller coaster or release. And Spirit says the pain is clearing space. Endings are simply the soul's way of preparing for rebirth, right? Preparing for some kind of a rebirth happening here. And you notice on this card, this person is thriving. They're not lying down with 10 swords in their back, but somebody else could be overwhelmed because they're starting to think, you know, they want to settle down. They want to get married. You know, they want to have kids possibly one day. And something for somebody now could just be they're having nightmares because of all of these secrets, secrets. Because they're starting to realize just how, remember, these gifts are being passed down. So let's say, for instance, you're the one that's highly gifted. You could have kids, or you can have bonus kids or step kids, whatever you want to call them, step or bonus kids. And somebody else could be picking up on something, right? Like, how come you don't have any kids or grandkids or whatever, right? Something is happening where your star is shining bright, and nothing is ever hidden in the dark. Like, somebody is starting to pick up on something. Like, somebody is starting to find out something, right? And so here you are in hermit mode. A part of you craves quiet reflection, and Spirit says solitude is not loneliness. It's your sanctuary of healing and divine conversation, right? And so in hermit mode, a light may be coming on for you. If you are of a certain age and you may say, you know, you're hearing other people talking about they got grandkids or something like that, you may be saying, let's say you're a bonus parent and you may have an older, you know, bonus child or something like that, adult child, and they don't have any kids. But what if they have been donating sperm or being, if they were pregnant, or just like, you know, like you would have seen somebody, you would have seen somebody pregnant, but let's say they were donating sperm, and you had no idea. Like, you may have grandkids out here somewhere and don't even realize that the seed is all over the place, all over the world somewhere, right? Something could be happening, and again, take only what resonates with you. But now I feel like it may be some time to have a conversation. Here's the near future. A wave of emotional energy flows in, and Spirit says your heart opens again. Love, creativity, and intuition expand into divine abundance here, right? But I feel like you're now on top of something. This is near future. Near future is you have love coming in. You have love coming in. Love could be a new grandchild, a new baby coming in. Your business could be growing because, again, you're always in creativity mode. So your money is about to start growing in abundance. It's growing, but also somebody else has a secret. Somebody else has a secret that they're feeling overwhelmed by. So you see, it's two different things. You're open. This is you. You're enlightening people, right? You are enlightening people about your secret of how you're thriving behind closed doors, very much like me, like what I'm sharing right here. You're enlightening people like, as a Cancer, y'all so happy to be Cancers, y'all don't know what to do with yourselves. You're like, what? If you even hear that it's about to rain outside, you're like, okay, that's your excuse to cancel plans. You're staying indoors, you happy, whatever, Cancer sun or Cancer moon. But for some people, they hear it's about to be an inch of rain or an inch of snow outside or anything, any kind of inclement weather that's going to keep them in the house. They are just overwhelmed, right? So thinking that their star, because they're still equating star with fame, right? They're not one in the same. They're not one in the same. So somebody created something in secret. They created a baby behind closed doors in secret and don't want you to know about it. Somebody created a baby behind closed doors and don't want you to know about it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's your spouse. It could be somebody that you know. And somebody don't want you to know something was created. Somebody could have gotten married secretly. It literally drives some people crazy if this thought of staying behind closed doors. They don't know what to do with themselves. They get destructive where you become constructive behind closed doors. They don't know what to do with themselves. You think about writing books, screenplays, how you can start your YouTube channel, how you can make money. You see constructive. You're thinking about creativity. They're thinking about creating something in secret, but what's done in the dark comes to light. And so something is now coming to light because somebody's about to give birth. Where you're about to give birth to your money coming to fruition. You could have applied for a grant. You could have applied for a job. Big money is about to come across your path, and it makes you highly magnetic, right? So some people could really feel like you're going through this major rebirth. Your star is shining bright. Money is coming across your path, and they actually need money because they did something in the dark. Some people did something in the dark, but guess what you're doing? Enforcing a boundary real strong because something was done in secret and nobody said anything to you. As much as Cancer sun and Cancer moons tell people how people can make money, don't spend money here. You can go get this on sale. Be frugal with this. Some people was literally depending on a big money coming in for you, whether you have money or not, because money is so attracted to everybody actually. It's just that by default, you all like being in your shell. People was just basically planning on money coming in for you, that you were going to help them. That's entirely up to you. I can't tell y'all what to do because this is just a reading. But yeah, here's a death card here. Transformation whispers at your door. Spirit said what ends is not lost. It is the sacred gateway into your next becoming. And so the outcome is completion, integration, and harmony arrive. Spirit confirms you've come full circle. Wholeness is found through surrender and acceptance. So somebody could have put an end to a pregnancy before and found out they were pregnant again. So somebody could be really, really fertile. Somebody could be really fertile. Something is overwhelming for somebody financially right now, and somebody's really depending on your coins or your money to help them in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And this is like I said before, because people know that you're thriving behind closed doors, but what they did, taking a chance, cost you a fortune. Just so we're crystal clear, what they did to you cost you a fortune. By taking a ride and having a conversation about something, thinking that they were being slick, doing something in secret. And you're going to find out, because what was done in the dark is coming to light. And it was very unhealthy and very wounding and very overwhelming for somebody. And so, like I said, let's get ready to close this out. That's what you're seeing this week here, this upcoming week here. So somebody's going to be having a conversation with you about something that was over a boundary that was crossed here, a boundary that was crossed. And you had a feeling about something because of the way that somebody sounded. They sounded inebriated, like they had been drinking or smoking or something. Some kind of gateway, whether they were smoking some kind of gateway drugs or drinking something. They sounded like they were overwhelmed. And here you are thriving, but they sound like they were in survival mode. This could have been months ago. This could have been last year, because, but something was happening. But somebody is going to be on the hook for something for 18 years. Somebody going to be on the hook for a baby for 18 years. Ask source for clarity. So don't look back. You have a whole new attitude. Somebody going to be a hook for a baby for 18 years. Be patient. The answers you seek are coming. Again, I'm not saying this is somebody's spouse or significant other, just so we're crystal clear, okay? Because that's not what I'm necessarily picking up. This could be a mentee. It could be somebody's adult child. It could be somebody's cousin. It could be somebody that you know who feels like if they create something, you would be on top of something, and that you would carry them on your back. Like you'd be so emotional, like, oh my God, I've always wanted a grandchild. I've always wanted a grandniece or grandnephew. Oh my God, you putting an end to that. You putting an end to that right now. You're like, oh no, you did something in secret. Somebody wants you to be a part of something. They crossed over a boundary. That's your responsibility. Yeah, you may be happy. You did all this stuff in secret. You didn't want somebody to want you to be a part of a wedding. They didn't want you to be a part of nothing. Now all of a sudden somebody overwhelmed financially, because somebody never thought that the economy would take a turn the way that it took, and now somebody wants you to be a part of something financially. Somebody gonna have to go get 9, 10 jobs. They're gonna be nicknamed Haymon, but it won't be you. So you're not looking back. Somebody did all this stuff in secret, and things are starting to flow to you like water. Solar plexus chakra cleanse. Yeah, you had somebody as a fire sign. Somebody put the heat up under them, told them, you know, such and such, told them to do something so they can grow their abundance and their prosperity. All this stuff that was done in secret to exclude you because somebody saw you as competition. They wanted to mirror your life. And so all these people did all this stuff to you in secret, wanted to X you out of something, didn't want you to be a part of something. That's what this number 10 here, Roman numeral 10. They want to X you out of something. They want you to be a part of nothing. So, no, you're not bitter at all. You're about to be, your money is about to take off. I'm talking about like explode. I'm talking about money. Yeah. I feel like y'all are really are sweethearts. And I see you would have been definitely very compassionate about a situation. I don't see any bitterness at all in this reading. I don't feel any bitterness in this. But one yes from God was all you needed. Somebody's just going to have to learn a lesson. Don't forget that rest is a form of self-care. Y'all know it's a good book? The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. You can listen to a copy of it on YouTube for free. If you can't afford to buy the book, you know, like I said, y'all, you know, where cancer is in my birth chart. If you watch my birth chart, I'm always looking for a bargain or you know, some kind of a bargain, and I'm all passing that information off to y'all so y'all don't have to spend any money. But that book, The Art of Seduction, somebody seduced somebody in so many ways it wasn't even funny, and including excluding you from something. Including excluding you from something. Something that could have been so sacred and so a moment that you could have been so proud of and so happy and so helping somebody with. They so evil spirited, want to keep you out of something so sacred and so special, being so mean spirited towards you. Hey, keep the same energy. You happy for everybody, but they're not getting a dime from you. So make a list of pros and cons. So dance around your home as if no one is watching. They're not getting a dime from you because something wasn't adding up from the beginning. So it's all becoming clear to you now. Some of your family members are so evil and vindictive, and let's just call a spade a spade. They're so evil and so vindictive and so jealous of you and the decisions that you've made. They still equate star with being famous. A lot of people, a lot of stars, if you're talking about celebrities, would trade fame in a heartbeat. They want to be able to come outside and not people recognize them and cameras flashing. They want to come outside with their hair all over the place or just dressed down or, without being recognized. They want to come out the house just like a regular person. I feel like that's you. Something about your energy has always stood out, right? And some people are so busy thinking fame and star are the same, and they're not. They are totally, that's why you hear people say they would take they would take the fortune without the fame. If somebody had just talked to you to see how somebody had it made in the shade with you, I'm trying to tell you whether they worked for you, related to you or something, they had to made it, what is it? Yeah, they had it made with you. But 18 years, that's not your responsibility. Here we have Angel Gabrielle, the messenger of God. So it's time to start dating again for you. Somebody wants you out of a picture. They got it. So somebody has not been completely honest with you about something. So what was done in the dark is coming out in the light. You versus you. They was with somebody who saw you as competition. How silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. If it was a younger person that saw you as competition, let's say you're the mother or bonus mother or whomever, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. It can even been a sister or a brother that saw you as competition with your own kids. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Again, nobody can replace another energy, period. Somebody just wanted to be a star of the show and replace you with something. Now somebody is on the hook for 18 years for something. Oh, you think all these people gonna come together and put, oh, let's take a village. I can't believe they don't want to help you. I thought they would be happy. Doing all this sneaky stuff in secret. So pour into yourselves more. Whoever you are, Cancer. So you are protected in love. Third eye. These people knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. Don't y'all get caught up in that. Y'all are very nurturing spirits, but they knew exactly what they were doing. They thought, okay, you were going to get so emotional, crying, overwhelmed, and here you are helping out and doing all this other stuff. You better leave your credit card and your wallet at home. Take your ID. You don't have any money. Protect your money. Somebody met their match. They met their match. You're no longer casting your pearls before swine. You're not giving not one thin dime. Not one. You're not bitter. You're just awake. You're awake and you are aware. Do you want to pitch in and contribute? Nope. You're not buying gifts, nothing. You're financially healthy. These energies already did enough to steal a fortune from you. You are just trying to rebuild. That's it. They already did enough. So they poor money managers. They thought that somehow you just had a money tree growing somewhere. So they could just take what they wanted to take from you. They managed their money poorly, and they thought they were going to come back and keep on just taking. This time you're enforcing a boundary. The answer is no. The answer is no. So that's what I have for you. Them not being completely honest with you, they had no choice now. Somebody has no choice now. They had no choice but to be forced into a rebirth. So busy doing stuff in secret. Because somebody learned the art of seduction. Seduced them, found out what their demons were. Whoever this is, whether it's a man or woman, they found out what their demons were. And now they're going to have to become financially healthy. They're going to have to be penny pinching all the stuff that you did to sacrifice in order to, because somebody thought you had a money tree growing somewhere. New you, new love, new career, new life. It's all new you. Somebody had to mature real fast. So all the people that said they were going to be there, all the voices that were I'm telling y'all, this is misery loves company. I don't know. I don't believe that this is somebody's spouse or somebody's significant other. So don't even go home looking at your person wrong. I believe that this is somebody's either bonus daughter, bonus son, your son or your daughter, adult obviously, of course, a sibling, somebody who always looked at you as being able to bail them out in some way, shape, form, or fashion, Cancer. But this time you're not doing it. This time you are not doing it. They wanted to exclude you because they were in a relationship with somebody who saw you as competition. And hey, go back to them for some advice. The most you got for them is a prayer. That's it. But it's a whole new you. It's a whole new you. It's a whole new you. You're not bitter. You're not angry. You're just smart. You're using your wisdom this time. You're using your wisdom this time. So, yeah, you're dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It's either their sun or their moon sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody really saw you as competition, which is that's ludicrous. Yeah, I mean, just absolutely just ridiculous. But it's something in their bloodline that they have not flushed out. They haven't purged in their own bloodline, people that they're linking up with. So if you're a mother, they're around other women who like, oh yeah, your mother, that's a mother. Oh no, you ain't gonna get along with her anyway. If you're a father, oh no, I ain't gonna get along with him. Just that's why I keep trying to tell y'all gotta be careful of who these people sit. The circle of Satan that's sitting around all this negative. Some people really need to, if I had not experienced this myself, some people really need to understand like the story of Ruth and Naomi, of like just the spiritual symbolism of it, because all of these characters in the Bible actually are just like spiritual symbolism of just how you had these two women who were grieving, who at the lowest of frequency, which is grief, that veil was real thin. They were both everybody was going through a transformation. The husbands that they lost, the two women were going through their transformation. At that lowest frequency, all hell could have broke loose. They could have really hated each other, right? But at their lowest frequency, here you have a daughter-in-law basically saying, hey, I know you're at your low frequency, and I've gone through a transformation. You've gone through your transformation, but you know what? We could actually work together. But somebody has to be wise enough to break away from some kind of generational cycle chain and curse. It doesn't show, well, it kind of sort of show, if y'all saw the movie, I think it's a Tyler Perry movie that's out on either Amazon Prime or Netflix, one of them right now. But that's a very true story. Some mother and daughter-in-laws have great relationships because of that. Somebody has gone through a divorce, somebody has gone through a death in the family, or two people could be widowers or widows or whatever the case may be, and people are just mature enough to say, hey, listen, you have healthy relationships with somebody, not trying to overstep a boundary and trying to replace somebody's mother or father or something, but it's a whole new you. It's a whole new you. Somebody just could not break away from this toxic group of men or women who automatically saw you as competition, your financial situation as competition, whether you're a man or woman. And hey, somebody now is overwhelmed financially. They're gonna come to you eventually because they already telling you they never have any money for anything. They still lying to you about where their money is going. They now have no choice but to tell you something is happening. And I'm telling you, it's having a rippling effect. With the government shutdowns happening, somebody's gonna say, they're not getting another paycheck for a while. They don't know when the next paycheck is coming in. Somebody connected to them is gonna have to take the load on by themselves. Somebody's gonna somehow come to you or somebody else that they feel like money is coming in for you and asking you for some money. It's not gonna hit you like a ton of bricks. Why? Because you're watching this video, because you had a feeling about something. Something was not adding up. Something wasn't adding up. Every time you talk to certain family members, you're like, okay, they never have any money, but you don't show nothing for it. Like, what's going on? All these people doing stuff in secret. So recognition and reward. You're getting some kind of recognition and reward for your gifts. You had I'm telling y'all had a feeling something was going on, but you putting an end to something. Y'all had a feeling. I'm telling y'all had a feeling. I'm telling y'all to start listening to your feelings. I'm telling Cancer, y'all, you listen to what I'm saying. You better start listening to your feelings. You got a lot of psychic gifts. I'm telling y'all, when I put out my little kid report cards, I'm like, oh, that's why. I mean, like I said, I love numbers. I love numbers. I like the light and dark side of numbers, the vibration of numbers, all of that. Something was not, I'm telling y'all, something wasn't adding up. Y'all kept feeling something was not adding up. You were like, because you love being behind closed doors, like something for you, but you had a feeling about somebody. They were so tired every time you talked to them. They were overwhelmed. It's like you tell somebody, some of your loved ones, call me when you get home. Oh, I was tired. I forgot. They overwhelmed because financially they are overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed. And something is taking on a whole nother form because I'm telling y'all with these government shutdowns, I don't know where everybody else is in the world, but like with these government shutdowns, they're telling people, hey, the next paycheck may not be coming through. Because that's how they work. That's how it works. You know, you getting the paycheck, but then hopefully you saved up something but the baby's not going to stop coming. And this you right here, you done moved on. You done moved on. These energies, they cost you a fortune with what they did behind your back. And you done sailed on the calmer waters. Them doing all this shady mess behind your back, you done sailed on the calmer waters. And this is what you have in common with somebody else. They were dealing with a master manipulator who all they wanted to be known as was a great parent competing with you. Go talk to them. Go talk to this great parent. Because now people are saying that you were a great parent, right? You weren't competing with them. All these people wanted to keep you and somebody apart from each other. And you were just a phone call away. See this person holding this phone in their hand? All you was just a phone call away. All these secrets going on. Now everything is exposed. You were just one phone call away across a body of water. See this right here? A body of water. You're a phone call away. So now this right here, this Two of Wands here, lets me know that a whole window of opportunity has just opened up for you because of your gifts, your spiritual psychic gifts. You figured out something. Whole window. You talking about your money? Listen, y'all. Your money and your abundance is about to grow in ways you never even thought of, dreamed, or even imagined. But the days of you being so overwhelmed emotionally, you're going to keep carrying people on your back, that you is gone. That person doesn't exist anymore. It's like you stepped out of a shell. Speaking of crab shell, you stepped out of that shell. You don't even belong. You know, crabs go through their process of shedding their scale. Their shell, right? Y'all know that process. And I mentioned it. The molting process. I think I put that one time on my. What did I put that on? Did I put that on my Cancer video one time? The molting process, making room for new growth. You've already gone through your molting process. You already shed that old shell. That's not even you anymore. You ain't carrying nobody on your back. Especially when you find out they do sneaky mess behind your back like this right here. Somebody on the hook for it. They're gonna be overwhelmed for 18 years. That had nothing to do with you. They did all this sneaky stuff behind your back. And as compassionate as you are, but see, something had to happen for you though, because whoever you are, because if something didn't happen the way that it happened for you all Cancers, you would have carried some people for 18 years on your back. You would have continued being that person that would have just kept carrying people. Like, you know, this would have been a generational curse for you. So you had to something had to happen the way that it happened for you. Because I feel like somebody comes from a family where, y'all know how like in some people's families, you may have watched kids drop their babies off at the grandparents' house and just be gone for days. Y'all see it on social media, right? They just be gone for days. And then basically the grandparents are raising the kids while the parents are just out having a good old time, right? Where basically the grandparents don't even get a chance to live their life because they're raising their kids, right? So something had to happen the way that it happened for you to go through your process of your three stages, the Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in your birth chart, for you to have something new. Something had to happen the way that it happened for you to be a new you, new love, new career, and new life for you. So kudos to you. All right, that's what I have for you. Bye.